thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of A Name Tag is Necessary. I'm your host, Nametag Alexander. The website is www.nametagalexander.com. By the time this episode is out, y'all should be able to go to the website and check out the new merch that I put out for Work, Win, Repeat. I worked on a new logo, so the merch will be out. Hope y'all like it. Make sure y'all order a piece. Get you a hoodie. I might do hats. I don't know. Make sure I'm gonna do the coffee mugs again. I'm seeing to have done pretty well for the last Work, Win, Repeat batch that we had out there. But we got a special guest on. I'm really getting in the groove. We're getting some guests on here. I like talking music. Y'all know how I do. But we got Mr. Cliffnote. This has been a long time coming, man. This is pretty much overdue. We've been seeing him real active out here with the joint that's out is what, Out of Control?
Yes, sir.
Yep, Out of Control. Yeah, but you don't got just that, man. You had dropped you had some merch out there. I seen some jackets.
Yeah. I got the jackets. They like the starter jacket type style. Out of control. Matter of fact, let me go grab one of them real quick. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the out of control jacket from good.
Cool. Yeah, that's fire. Yeah. Okay.
Going with the theme of the comic book, Path to Notification, is actually the follow-up to that Path to Notification book.
Okay.
So
I thought that had already
all the
dropped.
jackets come with the first book. I got the second.
The Path to Notification?
That's what it is. So it did. So
okay.
I'm doing a follow-up to that.
Okay.
That's going to be like the continuation of the story.
Word.
I dropped the first one in like 2013. So
I remember.
I did the video to recap everything that happened in the comic book.
Yep.
So everybody be familiar with it when I drop the follow-up.
And that was hard too. Like, and then you had the one joint out. Now, is that part of the comic book? Is the joint you throwing the middle finger at Uncle Sam?
Yeah.
That's
at the devil.
That's okay. Yeah. That's what it was. It was one where you was with Uncle Sam, though. I remember that for sure. That you're right. It is the middle finger to the devil. But then it's the other one with Uncle Sam. I remember you had. It was something.
But it's the book right here.
Okay.
So So basically in the book, Uncle Sam and the devil was in cahoots with each other, fucking up hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. True story.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's dope, man. That's
so
dope.
Then I got the flash drives too.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
that's fire.
Yeah, I've been working, man.
That's something I've been thinking about with the flash drive, because everybody say do vinyl, and I'm like, yeah, vinyl was dope, but it's like at the end of the day, everybody just normally in a car when it's time to listen to music, or they on a laptop or something. So it's like, I don't know, maybe just go the route of the flash drive. Like vinyl is cool, but it's a real niche market. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
I went that route, moved a couple pieces, but it's like, it's okay.
I'm just not getting the flash drive, so I don't even know how these move myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying it out.
That's a move, because it's still at the end of the day, if not vinyl, or like you got cats doing the tape cassettes too. Shout out to Nameless on that. He got the tape cassettes moving out here on the Chips project. But yeah, like with the flash drive, it's physical product. It's something that people could still have. It's tangible because like with streaming and everything, man, they could pull that off. They could pull that off on platforms like today or tomorrow.
Yep.
I wanted to go into some of these questions, whatever. I'm doing this structure with the podcast where I kind of just had like icebreakers and everything just to see where everybody is at. I like finding out everybody else's music taste. Like I follow a lot of y'all on social media. We talk about music all the time, but when it's that one-on-one and you corner somebody, you asking them, it's like, I just want to hear what people's head is at. Like, okay, this is a classic to me, or this is what I'm listening to for the most part. So this first question is based on if you were to run a label. Now, you got the opportunity in front of you to run a record label and you got millions in the budget to work with. What 5 artists are you going with on your roster, and what 3 producers would you pick, and why would you rock with those people?
Ooh, okay. So what I said, I kind of included that. So I was thinking Ninth Wonder.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he seems to have a well-rounded type of repertoire with his beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't produce the most hippity-hoppity stuff to Beyonce now. You know what I'm saying? I
agree.
So I rocks with Ninth Wonder, Q-Tip, just because I'm a fan of that sound. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Dill ain't around no more. So,
Man.
and Q-Tip got his hand in the industry. He he worked with a lot of cats. So I would go with Q-Tip, Ninth Wonder, producer-wise. Artists, now me having the millions, I would love to break artists that people I feel should be up on, you know what I'm saying? So I would rock with Mike Phelps and Fat Ray.
Oh man, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Incredible, not just MCing for both of them, but incredible songwriting, man. Like,
yeah,
period. Yeah,
pens is crazy.
Me and Dean Garcia was talking about this like last week about Fat Ray and his pen game, dog. Like, man, just incredible songwriting skills outside of MCing. You know, so,
crazy underrated.
Yep. I agree.
And then DJ Dez just is one of my personal favorites. Like every project that I've done, I always make sure to have a Dez. You know what
absolutely.
I'm saying?
So you got a mix there going. So we name, you said, and technically Dez will fall under producer too.
Yeah, so that's 3 producers and 2 artists.
Yeah, so we got 3 more artists that you get.
Oh, 3 more artists.
Yep.
Okay.
So we got 5 artists total, 3 producers. So you got the 3 producers. So you got Phelps, you got Fat Ray, and then 3 more that you would rock with.
Okay, so I hadn't put a lot of thought into another 3. So let me think. If I can bring Swan out of retirement, I don't know if you know about Swan.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. Swan, that's another one, man, highly underrated, man. Like Swan is super dope.
Okay.
I don't know, I guess I should probably pick somebody that people are a little more familiar with too. So I don't know. I'll probably try to bring out man, I'm a Sticky Fingers fan. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I like the stuff that he did lately hasn't been my favorite, but I know with the producers that we would have on deck.
That's gonna make sense.
Yeah.
That's gonna make sense.
Yeah.
So he's been putting out. You talking about just with him? Because I know he's done solo work, but as of recent, he's still been putting out solo records.
Yeah.
Man.
He actually had put out some flash drives that looked like some bloody fingers.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, dog. Like I need to find out if he got them back available again.
That's crazy. I didn't know you still putting out music as a solo artist. I seen Onyx like a few years back. They put out some, but I didn't know just on a solo tip he was still rocking stuff. So we said Phelps, Fat Ray, Sticky Fingers, and we got one more. See, I like doing this because it's always everybody gonna give like answers that I'm not expecting. Because you immediately think, okay, I got millions of dollars. This money I could play with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But see, I'm trying to think of somebody who's not already kind of like major at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So one more, who would it be? Young Z.
Okay, from the
Outsiders.
Yeah.
I
saw a throwback picture flying around with Eminem and the Outsiders, whatever. And it made me think like, oh shit, that a lot of that style he had on Slim Shady was the Outsiders, like that kind of that slow drag, like you couldn't sell 2 copies if you pressed a double album, like that whole slow style. Like that's Outsiders all day. That's crazy.
All day. Yep.
Okay, very interesting lineup, man. This is exactly what I like. I was just telling somebody, I was like, man, I'm gonna change the structure up and I'm gonna start asking these questions, like if people were to run a label, because we always, when albums come out, we always talk about more than just the product itself. We always now more so concerned with what label is out on, who the push that it had, and regardless whether we want to or not, how well did it do the first week. So I'm like, I want to know, like, what would people do if they had the finances to run a label? And it came from, and I always mention this on the podcast, I need to reach out to them to sponsor, but Fan Label was some app that I saw. I actually heard them on another music podcast, a couple of music podcasts, and it's basically like this label where it's almost like it's a fantasy label, how they got like fantasy football, but it's a fantasy label with music. I'm like, damn, that's dope.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just put that in question form and see how that would be if people had millions in a budget to really develop a roster. So now this is the one where it's easy to answer, but it's so many albums you could really think of because so many classics done drop. But like, what are your top 3 classic go-to rap albums?
Rap albums.
Yep, got 3 of them.
Okay. So I would say Aquemini,
Yes, sir.
Cuban Links, and Doggy Style.
Oh, you had it on deck. Okay, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Aquemini is something else, man. Just that Return of the G was the first joint on there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Aquemini probably my favorite hip hop album of all time.
And that's the joint that got synthesizer on there. That's like for some reason one of my favorite joints off of that, man.
Synthesizer is crazy.
I might
With
have
George
to listen to
Clinton
that
at the
tonight.
end talking.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Man, I might have to listen to that tonight, man. That's yeah. And then you said, of course, Cuba only built for Cuban Links, definite. That should be up there, like, period. If I say a top 10, that should be on everybody's classic top 10.
Yeah,
like,
dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like that album was that purple tape, man. That dude.
Dog, that album changed the game, dog, for me.
Now this the one that catches people because we talking about 8 songs where let's say somebody said you got to put 8 songs of songs that you feel are absolutely flawless, 8 of them, and make a playlist. And this is the music that you got to rock with for the next 6 months. Nothing else but these 8 songs. And they right. To you, they're flawless. Like, what 8 songs would you go with? I always lose count, but what 8 you got?
Verbal Intercourse.
Come
off
on.
Cuban Links.
Yes, sir.
Last Days, Onyx.
Man.
Shook Ones, Mobb Deep.
Okay.
Aquemini, Outkast. It was between Aquemini and Synthesizer. But
okay.
I roll with Aquemini, the title track. Ghetto Boys, Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster.
Yeah.
That was like one of my favorite joints for a minute, and I didn't know what project it was. I still can't really tell you what project it was on.
And what movie? They had it on one of the movies, though. I want to say, it was a movie called Office Space, I think.
And they had Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster?
Yeah, I want to say it was the movie called Office Space. I'm thinking about the show The Office, but I know it was a movie called Office Space. Anybody that's listening, correct me if I'm wrong. But it had that on there, and it also had, because it had Get This Money on there too, from Slum.
Okay.
So I want to say it was the movie Officer. I had to double check, but I feel like that was the movie it was on, because we don't know what project that was on.
Originally, it was on the soundtrack to that?
It was on that soundtrack. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Okay, I'm going to look that up.
Yep.
And then Wu Gambino's.
Okay, that's 6.
On that was on, damn, that's 2 songs off the Purple Tape.
Yep.
Then Souls of Mischief, 93 to
yes. Man.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I was looking at something that said they didn't even curse in that song. They had it up there like with it was that and Troy as like 2 of the like classic songs where they didn't curse.
Damn, I ain't even peeped.
Yeah, I had to go back and listen because I'm like, I feel like they cursed on that song 93 to Infinity, but yeah, they saying they didn't, but okay.
No, they did cuss.
That's what I'm like. I don't know. I feel like they did.
Kill all that whack shit.
See, well, there it goes. Because when they said it, I'm like, I feel like I remember. I don't know the song verbatim, but I know it enough where I feel like somebody cussing that. So you right there.
You got that Mac shit, 93 till infinity, kill all that whack shit.
Then they had me thinking about did they cuss in Troy? I feel like they might have cuss in Troy. I don't know. You know, people just be saying shit online.
Yeah. I don't know, but I had to listen to that one again.
It's such a feel-good song. You can probably believe, like, no, they didn't curse in 93 till infinity. It's like clear as they said, kill all that whack shit in there.
Yeah, they cussed on that. But and then the last one would be Big Pimp and Dog Pound.
Okay, man. That beat, man. Who made that beat?
Insane, dog.
Who made that? Was that Daz?
I want to say Daz did that, yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Joy, when they pull up to the game, where the pot cop out the Jeep or whatever, they pull up to the game or whatever.
Yeah, that soundtrack was crazy.
Man, one of the best.
Had Pain on there, Tupac.
Yeah, they don't just really make soundtracks for movies like that no more, dog. Like the last one that probably was like a soundtrack that everybody was talking about was the Black Panther soundtrack. And that was a thing. Yeah. I wonder if it wasn't because of it being Black Panther with that. Well, no, it was probably going to talk. Kendrick Lamar had the green light on that. So yeah. I'm pretty sure that would have got talked about regardless if it wasn't Black Panther. Yeah.
Right.
So now, okay, So this is the one that gets a little tricky because we talking about collectives of music artists. But the thing is, we had labels that are already a collective of music artists, but they weren't like movements per se. So when you think about this one, what collective of music artists do you feel, I guess I would say, had a lasting impact, not only on hip hop culture, but the music industry as far as hip hop goes? So that could
See, I
be
will have to give two different answers on that.
okay, that's fine. Cause it's like I said, it's tricky.
Yeah.
Cause that could be like a label like Bad Boy. It could be Death Row, but then you got like a movement, which you got like Wu-Tang, which they weren't a label, but they were a collective of artists. Then you got like Dungeon Family, where they weren't a label, like they were spread across labels, I believe. I don't think all of them was on LaFace or whatever, so they were spread across, but they were still a movement.
Right.
Same thing with I guess like if you're talking about newer cats, probably like ASAP Mob, but yeah, but then you got like Cash Money. It's just like that. So when I say collective in music, it could go both ways. But it's tough. It's talking about a lasting impact.
Yeah, to me, it wasn't really that tough to answer that one for me. If you look at the like business wise, now that's what it was hard. That's what made it hard to narrow it down because business wise, hands down, I would have to say No Limit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because they changed, they made everybody start getting their own labels and kind of being more independent. And I think they started the wave of that.
Okay.
But then as far as lasting impact on the game today, as far as music, I have to say Cash Money.
Okay.
Because they sparked Young Money, which gave us Drake, Nicki Minaj, and you know what I'm saying? They still kind of doing their thing.
See, it's interesting because we had Travis Slang on. He's a producer and MC, and he said he went with Rockefeller as far as lasting impact, just because of Jay's impact alone, Dame Dash and his impact, and like what we got to this day because of Rockefeller. So it's tough because everybody gonna have a different viewpoint. That's why I like that question, because everybody's always gonna have a different viewpoint.
You know what? That is a good point because we got Rihanna out of that.
Just think about Rock Nation, what that is today.
J. Cole, yeah.
And then J. Cole, we got Dreamville because of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like when you really think about a collective, like, because it wasn't just Jay alone, like Rockefeller, like people wanted to be on that label, and then like it was for a long time. And then unfortunately, what happened, but it was like it was one of those situations where for me personally, because I like Rockefeller's reign was when I was in high school. So from my viewpoint, to me, that's when it felt like all the rappers wanted to have a label,
right?
Because of Rockefeller. To me, that's what I got from it. But
damn, you know what? Now that I think about it, though, yeah, because we got Kanye out of that, which brought us good music. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Is it, man? That answer
that is a tough one. But to me, it would definitely be between Rockefeller and Cash Money, though.
Yeah, and it's almost like any answer could be the right answer. It's no wrong answer, but it's like any answer you could take and be like, damn, that you're right. That makes sense. Because even with Dungeon, I thought about Dungeon Family. I always say that one. That's my go-to. I say Dungeon Family, even though like the Rockefeller one made me want to change my mind. Like, wait a minute, but I say Dungeon Family just because of that style. Like I look at certain styles like today, like even with your Kendricks, we even talking about what's the cats from I'm forgetting their name. They on Dreamville though. And like your younger cats like Jid, it's like for some reason those styles made me think of Dungeon Family. For some reason. And then even like with what 3 Stacks did, just with changing the style up and just going left completely, and CeeLo Green going left completely, and it's like that's still something we see to this day, even with artists like Young Thug. Like I trace that back to Dungeon Family. T.I., at the end of the day, he is descending of Dungeon Family.
It's Future.
Those cats, Future, damn, man, they're Yeah, I'm sticking with mine. I'm sticking with because just with Future alone and all the baby futures we got out there. So yeah, man, that's the one I always roll with because till this day, ever since 3 Stacks said, "Hey, the South got something to say," it's been a rap since. And I feel like Dungeon Family had a lot to do with that. So yeah, man.
Yep. Damn, that is a hard. I guess I can't really argue with nobody answer on that.
But yours is like it made me think like, dang, he is right. Like with P, with Cash Money, like that's all I was like. Let me think of if I say label, it's just gonna make people think, oh, so and so is a record label. But I'm thinking about a lasting impact. So it's like, I say Dungeon Family because I feel like they had the longest lasting impact. But damn, you think about Rockefeller and it's like it could trace back to so much. Like you say, that take off to Kanye. The good music.
Yeah, man.
It's
and
crazy,
it's just the independent aspect of it. Like I see Griselda as like the East Coast No Limit damn near.
Yep.
Except they do got to deal with Shady, but most of what they've been doing been independent.
But before that, you know what I'm saying? Like they was going crazy before then. Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, man. So now, and I tie that one in. I transition with this one to this question because obviously we talking about record labels, and obviously that's the music business. They running labels. You got the artists that are the heads of the labels. So as far as business, what would your contribution be to improving the music business?
Creativity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just bringing something new to the table that can be passed down to the next generation. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing something new, still dope, but something that hasn't been done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because that's like, it is almost like now, and I would say on a mainstream level, you always see like, how can I put it? Like, well, that worked, so let's try to do this and make it work as well with you. And that might not be the case for every artist. So creativity, bringing that to the table, like just making it okay again for artists to be comfortable. And because underground, we good. Like underground, it's like everybody gonna do what they gonna do. We don't have that niche market that we pitch into, but it's always on that mainstream level. It's like once one thing works, like,
everybody running with it.
Do it too, and then it just get tired. Like, oh man. So
and then it happened on the underground level too. Like it's a lot of cats sounding real like Griselda-ish.
Like this. but it's funny because I credit a lot of what they're doing to Rock Marciano. Sound
for sure.
Sound he's always dropped quality work. They just been more consistent with it. But I credit that. So I'm pretty sure do they got a joint? I'm pretty sure they got a joint.
Rock. Bullet holes.
Okay, there it goes. So I credit a lot of like what they're doing now too. Like, you know, what he was doing with that particular sound. So I can see that. It's just not as widespread as it is on the mainstream level though. Like on the mainstream, it's like blatant, like, yo, like I think on the underground level, it happens because like you might take the people that's doing Griselda, and I feel like the ones that's kind of taken after that style a little bit, they're comfortable with doing that. And it feels like it. But on the mainstream level, it's like, come on, man. You don't want to do that. You don't even want to do that. You're just doing it because the label making you do it. Or, you know what I'm saying? You feel that from the mainstream end. It's kind of weird, man. I don't know. But I agree with that. Just bringing more creativity to the table. Just that,
like making it a must. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to bring something new to the table. Or, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing it.
And one thing we can say too about your Griseldas, your TDEs, even Drake. Besides like the specific, like of course he's had his issues as far as like beefs and everything that took us away from the music, but for the most part, that man been doing a lot just off of music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wish it would get to that place to where it could just be strictly about music. Like it's like we connected to so much outside of music, and they be like, so like, dog, is the music good? You know, good. That's what really matter at the end of the day. I ain't talking about like no bullshit though. Like, okay, so what? They molesting kids. Is the music? No, not like that. That's something different. But just as far as like, man, I don't care who they dating. Like, I don't care. Like, who,
Right, yeah, like,
is the
yeah.
song good? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's
that's,
a lot more involved because of social media, you know what
yep,
I'm saying? You get to see how a rapper act in real life,
yep.
and you know what I'm saying? It's
It,
no
that
it's no
mystique is
filter.
gone. That mystique is
Yeah.
out of there, man. It's almost like if you got a mystique, you look like a lame now. Like if you got a mystique to yourself, like, why you not showing me what you ate this morning? What?
Yeah.
Why you ain't show me working? You ain't show yourself working out. Like,
Yeah,
what's on
man,
your
it's
mind?
crazy.
Like, man, there's so
Like,
many times I'll be getting ready to post some stuff. It's like, man, why am I posting that? Like, so like,
man, can you imagine if when Nas came out, we had to care about his real life? You know what I'm saying?
man,
That would have
the
took away from it a lot, dog.
Jerome's niece that got shot in the dome piece. Like, who did it? Like, just trying to really
Yeah,
figure it out.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, man. Social media changed it, man.
Yeah, man. We care about way too much. Man. They be like, dog, just leave it to the music. Like,
Man, way too much outside of the music, man. People be
yeah,
focused on it.
yeah. It was. I seen it happen. You heard the Busta album, right? The new joint.
Yeah,
Crazy, sick,
dog.
man.
To drop your dopest project on your 11th one,
Yes, yes, because
that's insane, dog.
he gave us some joints that was like in between there, like, yo, like, nah, man, like, what you doing, Bus? There was a couple joints, like maybe just
Man,
two albums where I was uncertain, but this one,
definitely to a solid. And I named the albums. It was Back on My
yep,
BS, and It Ain't Safe No More
yeah,
for me.
it ain't safe no more. Had me. Is that the one? Which one came? Was it the Genesis? Then it ain't safe no more.
I love the Genesis.
Genesis was decent. I remember that one, but
It Ain't Safe No More. I think that was the one that had I Love My Chick.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
That intro was hard though. I rocked with that
Oh yeah.
intro.
No,
Yep.
he never gave a bad intro.
And
Busta
call the
Rhymes got the coldest
ambulance.
intros in the game.
The call the ambulance joint I thought was hard.
Yeah, I like the joint the nine did. I
I got
forgot
it.
the name.
I'm gonna have
Was
to
that
revisit that album.
the title track? It Ain't Safe No More. The Dilla joint, of course.
Mm-hmm. No, it ain't
I think
set.
It Ain't Safe No More might have had like 3 or 4 joints that I really like.
But I'm trying to think what was at it was back on my it was back on my bullshit. And then it was something else that he had. It might have been after that. Nah, you might be right. It ain't safe no more. And he ain't dropped nothing else until the BOMS out, the back on my bullshit album.
Yeah.
Yep. And then that's when he started
The
talking
Big
about
Bang. The
ELE
Big
too.
Bang Theory. Was that after It Ain't Safe No More?
That's the one I'm thinking about. That's the one that was
I like that album.
the Big Bang Theory wasn't that the Big Bang. He was gonna call it the Big Bang Theory, but he just called it the Big Bang. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one that had the Touch It. Yeah, Touch It on there.
Yup. The Rick James joint.
Yep, yep,
Stevie Wonder.
yep. Damn, that had some joints on there then.
Yeah, it was.
So
Oh, that album was
maybe he
dope.
just had one dud. Maybe he had one dud. I said
It
two.
was. It was definitely one
I'm gonna give
dud
him
for
one. It was
sure.
that back on my BS album because
Yeah.
that's the one that had I think that had A-Rab money on there.
Yeah.
It had
Yeah. It just came out conglomerate.
the Don't Touch Me Now to pour the water on him. That one, that was like, all right. And then he might have had another one on there. It was like, nah, man, this ain't the album. Just was he had some okay singles off of it, but the album just wasn't really. So
It seemed like what he was trying to do with that album was make every song a commercial single.
yeah, and every artist every artist can get a dud. That's okay. Like he got
Yeah, yeah.
albums where he get
Especially when you got 11 joints. But,
yeah.
yeah,
So
we give you
one,
that.
so technically a lot of every album just about he dropped was hard, but that Extinction Level event one and this one, man. But I tie that into like it was almost like I just saw people online. Like for the most part, everybody was loving the album. I listened to it on rip. I was like, oh shit. But it was
Yeah.
weird, like seeing, and I'm not saying everybody has to like it, but just seeing the reasons people didn't like it was just like, what does this have to do with the music being good or not? You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what? I mean, just from what I witnessed, the people that didn't like it was usually like in the early 30s,
Okay.
late 20s.
So
It
just
was
maybe a
younger
generational
cats.
difference to
Yeah.
where it's like if you just didn't, I don't know, man. That's just because I'm 34. But
Okay, well,
it's a cheat code for me because I got brothers that's older that I'm
right, right,
listening to what they listen to. Like, so Busta
right,
Rhymes
right.
is just like me catching. I remember him from Leaders of the New School. So me catching it from the beginning was like, yo, this guy is
Yeah.
incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so yeah, man, damn. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's cats in their late 20s.
It was
I don't
both.
know.
It was both, man. But it goes back to that whole thing with the internet just being like, we tend to like start thinking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the music. It's connected to the music, but it's like, so like I saw somebody say like Busta Rhymes with this album, it feel like he an older cat trying to still hold on to his legacy. And it's like
That ain't what it sounded like to me.
he rapping his ass off. He is a legend already.
Right.
Holding on to his legacy. I mean, I'm not about to put something out and try for something to be whack. It's like I'm about to put out my best
Yeah.
product. Like
You're
I
gonna put
didn't
out
get it.
something to not hold on to your legacy?
Yeah, I didn't get it. It just was like, all right, whatever. And it is like, no, this is no diss to like that person's opinion, but I saw like that opinion a few times just across the board. Like, dog, like
I don't get that one.
it's just because it's like, you know what it is? It goes back to that whole hip hop is a young man's game thing. And it's like, well, nah, really, hip hop is still young. You know what I'm saying? Hip
Right.
hop ain't been around that long. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So this is the first time we really getting to see like older cats still be great. You know,
Right.
back in the day, you might have had some cats that was out and we saw them get older and they just was putting out shit and it was like,
Start getting
nah,
whacked like
fam.
just stop.
Like,
Stop.
nah, man, you ain't. But then you got Jay-Z, who's one of the first people we seeing out here that's up there in age, technically on hip hop standards, I should say. Because if he was doing rock or
Yeah.
blues or something, that wouldn't.
Yeah, hip hop the only genre where we look at it like
What, you 40 something? What?
that.
And you
Yeah.
still rapping like that? Like,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be. If you good, you good. If you've been out for a while, and I wouldn't tell nobody to come out at age 44 and try to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't recommend that.
I
But
wouldn't even doubt that nowadays though, because them Griselda cats ain't they about
like
they
38,
probably up there.
30 some,
You know what I'm saying?
but they've been out there putting it out for a long time. It's just now getting that worldwide attention.
Right, right, right.
But to literally be sitting around in your living room like, man, you know what, nigga, I'm about to rap. Like, it's kind of
No,
I wouldn't really recommend it at that point to
right.
my heart. Now who knows what we might see in the next few years? Who knows? But
Right.
it's just
52
like,
Savage? No, I'm
yeah, right. Like, hey, man, like, listen, fam. Like, but it's weird seeing like, well, somebody like Black Thought spitting like he been rapping great since forever. So it's weird when I see people be like, yo, man, like Black Thought is just out here going crazy. Like, is he supposed to get whack as he get older? But it's because of what we saw coming up. We saw like the cast that were like the pioneers didn't, really develop too well as far as lyrics.
Man,
They
I ain't gonna lie.
were off.
I'm not gonna say no name, but it's like one of my favorite rappers still raps the exact same way he always has, but just it's real boring to me now.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to guess. Don't say the name, but I'm trying to guess to myself.
Dog, because what it is, he was so good. He's good. I can't front like he's not good. But it's so many people that rap like him now that it's not special.
Oh, it ain't special. It ain't special no more. Yeah.
So it'd be like, damn, I kind of wish you would switch it up because I done heard that from several other.
It's just weird, man. It's just like the older you get, like, get better. Get better. The older you get better. Period. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's another thing that's dope about Busta Rhymes is like he got several different styles.
Yep.
It's just all dope.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He might come screaming. He might just be chill, relaxed.
Be the fast flow.
He might be fast as hell.
Yep. Yeah, man. All right, before we continue, this is for all the independent music artists across the board. That's from the songwriters, the producers, the publishers on down to the recording artists. I need y'all to tap in. This will be real quick. If you plan on continuing to pursue or start pursuing a career in music, if you haven't done so already, you definitely need to get familiar with the inner workings of the business handled outside of the creative process. A lack of knowledge on the administrative end, that can lead to you being lost out here in the oversaturated music industry. But you can avoid being lost by tapping into getting the necessary resources brought to you by the College of Hip Hop. They have artist ownership tools to help you navigate the music business. Now there's 2 artist ownership bundles. The Artist Ownership Bundle 1, it includes 4 video lessons to assist the artists in owning the rights to their musical works, along with a PDF to visit the website locations taught in the lessons that include basic copyrights, publishing, and encoding. Now Artist Ownership Bundle 2, it includes 3 video lessons that assist the artists in owning the rights to their musical works, along with the resource guide to visit the website locations taught in those lessons that include the Articles of Incorporation, ISRC encoding, and basic trademark. You can access both bundles by clicking on the links I've included in the description of this episode. Now let's continue with the show. So what's the project, man? It's called you said it's a Path of Notification. That's the comic.
Yeah.
Right? But you got the single.
Okay. So the new project is Path to Notification Volume 2.
Okay.
So Volume 1 was an album with a comic book.
Right.
And in the process of selling that, a lot of people would ask me like, so do the comic book go with the CD? And it didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like you can buy the comic book by itself and the CD by itself, and they're not necessarily coincide with each other.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They just were packaged together.
Right.
So this time around, I was like, I'm gonna make it one solid long story. You know what I'm saying? And in doing that, I'm like, shit, I might as well make every song a comic book.
Dope.
So what I did this time around was every single that I put out is gonna come with a comic book.
Okay.
So the dialogue to the comic book will be the music. You'll be able to listen to the music and read along to the lyrics in the word bubbles of the comic book.
That's right. Now, I think one thing we want to include in there, because we're saying it's a comic, but I think it's important to let the people know that you drew this. Like this is nobody else did. like, hey, I did this. Like, that's incredible.
So I believe, to my knowledge, I'm the first rapper to do that.
I believe so. Like we saw comics done connected to like music. Like I want to say Czarface with I just know that now. I forget the 2 artists.
I think De La Soul did one too.
But they didn't draw it.
Right, they didn't draw it.
You saying I wrote the rhymes, I recorded the rhymes, and the comics that you see, I drew it as well. That's
only thing I didn't do was the beats.
That's incredible, man. Like that's legendary, man. Like I took up the art curriculum in CAS, but I never really stuck with it.
You went to CAS?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was CT grad, man. What?
Yeah, man.
What? I feel like I saw you post that before, though.
Yeah, man. So you had Mr. Smith?
Yep.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace. He's always be like, "Oh, you just do on Thursday, but you gonna turn Friday."
I'm glad to see you got all day.
Yep.
This is my class. F stands for fun.
Yeah, man. I had that class, and I literally was skipping that class. Like once they told me that I only needed 3 years of math, that fourth year they had me in there, I was like, all right, I used to always skip in this fashion class, like my senior year. Like
Miss Stevens.
Nah,
she might not have been there no more. Oh, Miss West. Was it Miss West?
I think no, my bad. I decided that my junior year, when they told me that, and this was dumb, but they told me that my junior year, they was like, well, you only need 3 years of math. I was like, all right, I just want to go the rest of the year. And I decided to go senior year, which was okay because I ended up getting Mr. El Amin in my this cat named Mr. El Amin. I forget his first name, but I ended up having him my senior year for pre-cal, which was dope. Like I actually enjoyed that class. Like I was learning shit in that class. But my junior year, I just stopped going to it was algebra 2, algebra 3 or whatever. That's for junior year. I was like, all right, man, I don't need this. I'm not going, because all it was, she just kept teaching. That's not saying she a bad teacher, but her whole class was just based around getting us prepared for the SAT or the ACT or whatever. And it was like, but you're not teaching me You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I
Yeah.
don't need this class. So I chose, that was my second hour, and I was always skipping in Mr. Smith's fashion class. Yep. He was always, oh, what you, so you just ain't gonna go to your regular? I don't need the class. Like I was really in there trying to learn fashion. But then I
Oh, so
also
they had
had
Mr.
them,
Smith teaching fashion?
yeah, yep. It would be chicks, they
Wow.
would be like drawing the clothes. So I'd just be watching and looking like, oh, how's y'all doing? It's like I was just intrigued by it. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I had them for commercial art, which was another class that I had mad fun in. But I was doing my work, but at the same time getting to rap and everything. Man, it was so dope,
Yeah.
man. That was so
Yeah,
dope,
our
man.
classes was chill, man.
Yep. Real chill. We had, and then like I know you remember Mr. Levy, because
Oh,
yeah.
he hated me.
Man, he hated all of it. He probably was racist, man. I ain't even.
He probably
He was
was
probably
low-key.
racist. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
might have been, dog.
He
'Cause
just was a terrible art teacher. Like he just wasn't like how did you get this? Like he could draw, but it's like, dog, you're just not a good teacher. Like he was
nah,
just
he
terrible
wasn't.
at it.
He was a bad people person. Like you can't be like that as a teacher.
Yeah, like the ones that worked, like Mr. Tyus, he was a good people person.
Yeah,
Mr. Smith, they're good people. You know what I'm saying? They was
yeah.
good students, man. So it was like I really would always skip in that class for sure. Like he didn't know. I was just up in there, like, man. I used to always tell him I had study hall, and that's what it was. I was like, I got study hall
Man,
here. I'm chilling.
dog, was Mr. O'Leary still there when you was there?
Yep, that was my 9th grade teacher. I had him for
Dog,
history. Yep.
that was a class you could
Yep.
skip in. Like, I'm gonna go chill in Mr. O'Leary room, man.
Man, that was my second hour, and we would, man, literally, rest in peace, Josh Reed, like one of the coldest like artists at the time in my class. And second year, it was him and this girl named Carmen, who were literally like roast each other because that was the longest hour. So I mean, that was the longest period. So like at the end of class, they would always roast each other, right? Got to a point when Mr. O'Leary just was like, look, he would curse. He'd be like, fuck it. And he would just let them go at it. And like the class would be sitting there just looking, dog, just like, they just the trading jokes back and forth. But Josh would like roast her so bad, like he hurt her feelings. Like she'd leave out the class crying and shit sometimes. And she'd have her days, she'd get back with him. Yeah, that was a good time. That's crazy that you just bring up these teachers, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah,
it was some funny shit happening in class, dog.
Man, dog.
Memories, boy.
Yep.
Was Big Sean there while you was there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had my crew battle. He wasn't there when this happened, but my crew had battled this crew, whatever, and they tore our asses up. They told us like we in there, we spitting like, and it wasn't like that huge of a style difference. It just was like they just had a little bit more swag to themselves, dog. That's what it was. Like we backpack with it. We just spitting our bars like just going, and they just in there. I think they had like a fan base even then. So I think that's what it was. We didn't have like people surrounding us like that knew the lyrics. They had people that knew what they were gonna say, and it just was like they had this whole package deal while we wasn't like battling each other. We just trading bars back and forth, but they had it, man. They had it.
Man, people always people that didn't go there always try to argue with me about this. No school had more MCs than Cavs,
Nope.
dog.
Nope.
No school in the state.
And still like everybody active that was an MC there that I can think of. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, bro. Me and Fat Ray used to battle each other at Cavs all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you got me, Fat Ray, Najuri Earth. Me and Najuri Earth was a rap group. You know what I'm saying?
I remember hearing about her when 8 Mile dropped. I remember hearing about her like going there. Yeah. That was a big thing.
It's a chick named Cha Cha. You up on Cha Cha?
Yes. I was just asking what happened to her. Like what happened?
Dog. She went to Cavs.
Then she had a single to What Y'all Want to Do.
So yeah.
No,
she had Nas on her album.
Man, what happened? Like
I don't know, bro.
That's wild.
She had Nas on her, Ja Rule on her album. Like,
oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember she had the major deal. Like it was a major label deal she had.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. I'm trying to think of who else was Killer Khan from Killer Khan?
Yeah. I didn't know he went there. Damn.
Yep, he went there. Man, I'll be sitting here all day naming rappers.
Yeah. Legends, man. Legends.
Yeah, man.
Oba Rollin still active out here. Shout out to him. He got to deal with Don Life with a Big Sean.
You say who now?
Oba Rollin. Yep.
Okay.
Oba Rollin. He got the deal with Sean. Yep.
Dope.
out there, and he been doing like he been dropping projects. He's super consistent, but like to see him getting that deal, that was like a huge look. So yeah, shout
That's
out to
what's
him.
up.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're right, man. We'll be here. I'm just trying to think because I know Sean for sure. Early Mac was there for a minute. He was there for a minute. I count him as a Cal State grad. I don't care where. I think he went to Mumford afterward, but he CT. He CT.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yup.
he active out here, just doing Grammy work. You know what I'm
Finale.
saying? Finale went to Cass.
Yup.
I never known that. Damn, I
Yup.
know Leaf.
Finale.
I know
He was
Leaf
on the
went there.
football team, I think.
Damn, that's crazy. I know Leaf went there. Leaf always mentioned that.
Yup. Leaf. Sterling.
No.
I don't know.
I could be bugging. I don't think. Wait, I had to ask Leaf because he went to school with Jamel Hill because he always brings that up. But she went to Mumford. Maybe Leaf did. I see. I don't want
Leaf went to
to.
Cass. Leaf went to Cass for sure.
If he did, I'm gonna ask him. Was he there the full 4 years? Because he
Okay.
always talk about his relationship with Jamel Hill. Like they were like friends. But
Yeah.
she said she went to Mumford, so maybe he went to Mumford after. You know, some people was there for like a couple years, but then they went to
But
school after.
she might have went to Mumford from Cass too, though. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Possibly.
that happened a lot too.
Possibly. That's
Yep,
crazy, man.
yeah, man. I'm trying to think of who else. Swan went there for a minute.
Okay. And then it was a group. I remember it being a group too that came out of there when I was just coming in. It was just graduating. That was the year that they
Oh,
were.
IRS.
Yep.
Yep.
That was the main thing I kept hearing when I first like, y'all ever heard of IRS? Like, man, it's like rap was just like a thing there. Like it was like literally like that was a thing. Like,
Oh, the lunchroom was crazy.
man, like my ninth grade year, I remember just being in there because I was there I only went there because of the art curriculum. And
Yeah.
like I get in there, like I was rapping, but it wasn't like Kaz made me rap. You know what I'm
Dog,
saying?
on
Like,
some real shit, like I didn't even get accepted to Cass, bro. If it wasn't for my art portfolio, they wouldn't have let me in. It was the art curriculum.
they're like he gonna win these Coca-Cola contests that we be.
Dog, that's exactly what happened, dog. I was winning all the poster contests.
Man. I wish I was more disciplined with it, dog, because I used to just be like, maybe because of life circumstances, but I just was really like, man, I'll do this last minute. I'll do it last minute, maybe get ranked third, somewhere down the line, won't even be first nor third place, but I'll be looking. I had to literally take time with it, but I had homies that was like shout out to my boy Joe. Like he was cold with it. Like they just knew how to do it last minute. Like, man, I put something together and getting first place, second place. Like, yo, how's y'all? But
that's what I was doing.
They just had it. So y'all different, man. I would have to like take my time. I would need a few days. Like I need time. Like I got to figure out how to do my history.
Dude,
I can't.
I remember one time I had won this poster contest called Announce the 40 ounce. You know what I'm saying? Came in first place. And then it was another contest for about we had to do an arson poster. I skipped class the whole week till the day that the arson poster was due.
And still came through with
that poster was due. I did it, and he gave me a D on it because he saw I bullshitted on it. But the rule was if you win the contest, you get an A automatically.
Okay.
I won the contest.
He had to
change my D to an A. He was mad as hell.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dang, man. Yeah, man, I remember them contests. That used to be a thing. Like, man, I'm gonna just do this at the crib, or whatever. But then you catching people in the class last minute trying to finish. And imagine just being on a bus. You got these big old poster boards. Like, that's crazy.
Man. Yeah, man.
Wow, that took me back, man. That's wild.
Yeah, I did not know you went to CAD.
Yeah, yep. Oh, yep. To 2004. That was my year, man.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm 97, man. I'm an 08.
Yeah, man. It's weird because we was just watching the I ain't gonna put him out there like that, but one of our homies, man, like we they said it to the group chat, like, yo, man, he's a pastor now. He was standing behind 45, like he had a whole spill, and it was weird. It felt like it was extortion because it was like he had the camera all tilted funny, like it was tilted to the side. He was telling his I was about to say, I think he might have muted, but he was telling talking to his congregation why they should vote for him and everything. But his whole congregation was like, nah, we're going to pray for you. And it was crazy, man. I think it might have been extortion, though. But it was just weird seeing that, like, yo, man, we came up with you, dog. Like, what you doing? It was weird, man. Yep.
Man, it's some weirdos out here though, man. It's probably one in every class, dog. I was
Yeah.
arguing with somebody from my class
It
about
was
that.
weird seeing that. Like, yo, like everybody else appeared to be solid. Like everybody else seemed solid
Yeah,
throughout the years and everything. But then that one situation, we were like, yo, like, yo, this is crazy. Yup. Last minute too. That's why I think it was extortion. You know how it was happening. Like it was grabbing the rappers. Come on, Lil Wayne, and grabbing pastors from everywhere. You know how it goes. Every
yep,
election period. You know, so that was just strange, man.
yeah.
Like, dang, man.
Some people got a price, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Dang, man. Cast Tech, man. That's wild. Now
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
start fishing around. I'm just like, look, who's a Cast Tech graduate want to come on a podcast? Like
Yeah, man.
that'll be dope. That might be a thing.
Dog.
Like you a Cast Tech grad. Like, all right, come on in. Come on
And
down.
you still have a gang of MCs, man. Like a gang of. Though I'm telling you, after school ciphers used to be like a hip hop shop, like a baby hip hop shop.
Yep. Yep. And it's weird, man. I would miss a bus on purpose
Yeah,
because I knew it was
that was
gonna
the
be a
only reason
cipher.
I rode the bus. I
Yep.
ain't even. I had rides. I'm like, no, I'm gonna ride the
If I
bus.
came outside and I saw it was a cipher, I look like, cause man, my ninth grade year, I had a class. My classes would end at 3:50, which was so dumb to me. Cause everybody else I knew that went to other school, they getting out early, want
Yeah,
to do something. I'm the only one in class like 3:50. Cause I was living with my cousin and him at the time. He was getting out early. He like, well, we gotta get out at 3:50. What kind of school you at? I'm like, man, I got 8 hours. Like this is crazy. Like it's a work shift.
yeah, you ain't lying.
I'm getting out of class. I'm like, oh damn, it's a cipher. Like this is my ninth grade year. I wasn't even rapping just yet. Like I knew how, but I wasn't comfortable enough to rhyme in front of like crowds of people like that.
Right, right.
So we had a cat there named Chad that used to get busy, like rhyme for like just going. And I'm like, man, Chad, yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I would observe. I was just standing around like, so I would literally miss a bus and wait a whole another 30 minutes. But while I'm doing it, I'm just standing, just looking at the cipher, like just seeing who can rhyme or whatever. By the
Yeah,
end
them
of my
ciphers
ninth grade year,
crazy.
let's go. Let's go. Because I didn't have to, it wasn't a battle. You ain't had to battle nobody. Man, it literally got
We
to a
was
point where it
battling.
was homework for me. Like I was going home, like,
Yeah,
all right, I got to write this rhyme. It needs to be finished. I need to have it memorized by tomorrow because my lunch period was 6 hours. So it was like by 6 hours, I need to have this rhyme remembered. You know,
right.
I might have to read off paper, but it was serious. I was like, that was like homework for me. But it
Dog.
helped sharpen my pen though, dog. That's what's crazy about it. Yep.
Yeah, man. That was the times, man, for real.
Yeah, man. They probably don't even do that in school now. They probably don't even do that shit. Well, they can't now, but
It don't
still.
sound like it.
Yeah, like no, not at all. Not at all. Yep.
I was in the PA Guild too, the Performing Arts,
Oh, wow.
and I was in there with you watch Snowfall?
Yep. My man's you talking about I bet I know you about to say his aunt.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Okay, now that makes sense because the dude that she's married to was in my graduating class.
Oh wow.
Yep.
He that young?
Yeah, that's when you just said it, I'm like, wait, it's only one person I know that's from Detroit that's on Snowfall. So when you said she from your class and he from mine, yeah, he was in the PA Guild. Jamal, I forget his last name, but yeah, they together got a baby and everything. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, I knew she was married with kids. I didn't know he went to Gas though.
Yep. Yeah, Jamal, he been
Wow.
he been in some shit too. I seen him in I want to say Luke Cage. He have like random appearances, dog, but it's like that's both they feel. So yeah, that's crazy.
Dope.
Yep.
That's dope. Yeah.
Man, I wish they hurry up and finish this next Snowfall season 4. Like, damn,
COVID
finish this
shut
shit up,
everything
man.
down, man.
Man, it made me sad thinking about what summer passed. Like, damn, we didn't even get Snowfall. Like, damn,
Man, it's crazy, dog. It's a
yeah.
lot of shows that got delayed because of this COVID situation.
Power, this new season of Power, like they only got to do 5 episodes, but they still shooting. It's like, man, damn, dog. I was watching This Is Us, and apparently they was shooting like during COVID season because I'm looking, they wearing masks in the sea. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, damn, dog, this shit whack. This is whack.
They wearing masks on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like the way they ended the season, season 4, it was almost like it was something where it was like at a family gathering or whatever, and they left you on a cliffhanger, like how it was gonna like be for the next season, but you didn't know. But then next season, it's like they spill over into showing the whole shit with George Floyd and everything with COVID-19, everybody wearing masks. I said, oh, that's crazy. So they was literally shooting like while COVID was happening or whatever. But during the show, they taking the proper precautions. So it's like they being socially dis. I said, that's crazy how they spent that. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's
Boy.
wild, man. Hopefully it'll be over soon, man, where we can like, everybody can interact properly like human beings. Like this ain't right, man, at all. Yep. Yeah, man.
I don't see it ending no time soon.
It's gonna be a minute. I'm trying to have hope. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be nice. Yeah. I mean, I definitely hope so, my damn self, but it's not looking good for the home team.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. On that note, man, because you got, like I said, we got Panther notification. You said Volume 2.
Yep.
Out of Control. The video that's out.
We kind of went off on a tangent with that, but so my plan for that is to release a comic book for each single. So I'm gonna be releasing singles for the next probably 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And then once all of the books are out, I'm gonna re-release it as a graphic novel and an EP.
Man,
you know
that's paper coming. That's paper coming.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of work, but
it's worth it.
I'm enjoying the process.
Yeah,
you know?
That's lead and be legendary, man. Leave that stamp, leave that mark, man, for sure. Because that's a lane that ain't nobody covering right now.
Yeah.
Right? You could have easily just been like, well, let me just put out a song every month or so. You're like, nope, I'm about to have a comic with it. And we got to do this for the next 6 months. Like, that's dedication. Like,
I've been doing animation too, which is extremely time consuming. But I got a video that I'm debating whether I'm gonna drop it soon or if I'm gonna actually spend the time and animate the second verse. Because it took me so long to do it that I'm tempted to just drop it as one verse. You know what I'm saying?
That could work.
Yeah. I'm debating that, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
if so, I'll be dropping that this month because I only got a little bit to finish the first verse of it, and then it'll be done. So
looking forward to it, man. That's exciting, man. I just like seeing when somebody got a plan going and they just sticking to it, and you just watching like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? It ain't just random. It's like it's a etched out plan, which is perfect, man.
Yep.
Like a true technician. It's like,
yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Tell the people they can find you at, man. Where can they find you on if it's on the streaming platforms, because that's where everybody at nowadays, and social media, of course, like where they can find you at.
Yep, all the streaming platforms. You just type in Mr. Cliffnote, Mr. Cliffnote, Cliffnote.
Okay.
Facebook, I got the Mr. Cliffnote page. Yep. Clifton Perry is my personal page. Probably won't add you if I don't know you though.
Right.
Instagram, Mr. Cliffnote. Then I got 2 pages on Instagram. I got my Mr. Cliffnote is my art page, and my Mr. Cliffnote music.
Okay. And is it a website that they can go to or anything yet that they could?
So pathtonotification.com is under construction, but you can still go on there and put in your email address so you can get on the mailing list for some discounts or some merch I got available.
Dope.
But I'm hoping that the website will be officially up and ready to sell stuff within the next 2 weeks.
Dope. That's what's up, man. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you for taking the time to come on. Like I said, I see what you're doing online. I thought it was interesting. I was like, okay, man, I need to reach out to him and get him on a podcast. And this is what I do, man. I love talking music and just what people got going on, just picking their brain, just shooting the shit for the most part. I know it sounds cliche, they're shooting the shit, but that's what it is, man. And during these times, man, it needs to happen, man. People just kind of just had that conversation, just that human being interaction, because that's something that's less because of this crazy shit that's going on.
Yeah, man. For real. We ain't gonna run into each other out in the bar.
Yeah. So, playing it safe. Playing it safe.
Yeah, for real.
But definitely, again, I appreciate it, man. And thank y'all for listening.
Yeah, thanks for having me, bro.
Absolutely. And listen, hey, look, this ain't got to be the only time. You know what I'm saying? It's always an open invitation.
Hey,
yep.
Let me know, man.
Yes, sir, man.
So.
But that's what it is, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. www.nametagalecxander.com. A name tag is necessary. Peace.
Peace.